Hey guys, just another discussion about God here. So nobody really knows what the Creator is or what God is. Nobody really knows unless you have had spiritual experiences and have communicated with Him and spent time communicating, asking Him questions. Which I know there are people in the world who have done this and do this, especially in the Christian religion. I know friends who are connected like this with God, with Jesus Christ, which is amazing, and they have spiritual experiences with Him. But there are also people from other faiths that have experiences and speak with God, and where God shows Himself. I know, maybe to you in dreams or in broad daylight, sitting here somewhere, and you will have a conversation with Him. Which is quite amazing, actually. It's quite incredible experience. But I guess what I want to talk about now is let's compare. I mean, God is like, we are a spirit, and I've mentioned this many times. We are a spirit in a body, living a life. Not many people, though, know what this spirit is, but everybody knows about the body. There are doctors out there that'll tell you about the body, research the body, and can repair the body when it's damaged. But not many people know about the spirit. Now, as is the case that when the body dies, the spirit, all your kind of knowledge and experience transfers into the spirit down here into the stomach at this time, and then it starts to leave, and it leaves the body, goes into the spiritual realm. That's what the spirit does, because it's part of the spiritual realm. It's not really part of the human or the physical realm. It doesn't exist there. It really exists in the spiritual realm. So it's going to go back into the spiritual realm when it leaves this body. So now, what is this spirit? Question: what are we? It's, if you like, a baby version of the Supreme Spirit, which is God. God is the Supreme Spirit. So he's supreme. In fact, the Spirit, forget about the Supreme for a minute, the Spirit is a lot more supreme than the body, because it can astral travel, it can go to the edge of the universe like in a second, and it can travel. And if you watch videos of this kind of thing I'm talking about, you'll see people have experienced this. They have left their body and they've gone into another part of the universe like in a second, and they're flying around. This is the life of the spirit. This is what the spirit does. It's only in this body for a short time. It's only living here for a short time. It is limitless. It is priceless. It is something that lives forever. It doesn't die. It doesn't get destroyed. It goes and assumes another body. That's the spirit. That's pretty intelligent. But then there's the Supreme Spirit, which is God, right? Now, if you look at the Supreme Spirit, what is that? So the Supreme Spirit, basically, let's talk about the Supreme Spirit, which we call God, or we pray to as God. He is basically everywhere. He's not just in heaven. He's not just living in heaven. He's such an intelligent being. He's literally everywhere. There's no place where he is not. I'm talking about the entire universe. He's everywhere in the entire universe, because he's supreme. He's a Supreme Spirit. He can do that. And he creates and destroys. He commands. And those who work for him, like demigods or whatever, they follow his commands and they do whatever needs to be done on the earth. So that's where Hinduism comes along. It kind of talks about this concept. Sikhism also talks about it. And so this is the Supreme Spirit. It is everywhere, in everything, watching and listening to every spirit in every body, what kind of body it is, regardless if it's human or lower life form. He's experiencing and watching and recording everything with his, I don't know, his servants, if you like, spiritual servants that are in that spiritual realm, that are recording and watching everything. And then, he's seeing all of that. So, and he's the cause of all causes. So he can do anything, anywhere. But he's merciful. That's why we pray to him, and he's merciful. So he, listens to people's prayers and he answers them. And that's why people believe in God and they have faith in God. So he's all of this, right? And so this that I've just talked about, this Supreme Spirit, now it's written in the Sikh scriptures. It says, "Aap Narayan kala tar jag mein parvaryo." All right, in the Sikh spirit, in this Sikh scriptures, it's written, God Himself came upon this earth with His powers. Okay. Now remember, He can be in anything, in anyone, because He's supreme. He's a supreme spirit. It can be anywhere. It could be in a human, it could be in a dog, it could be in a cat, it could be in lower life forms, as I just explained. He's in everything, everywhere, right? So, but in 1469, He came to do something, and He came upon this earth with His powers to do something, to create something. And He's already obviously been here in from other, like Christianity. Yes, Jesus is Lord. That's explained as well. It came then as well, and in other times, in other places, He came. That makes sense. But He also came in 1469 again. I'm not sure if many people know about that. So He came again in 1469 as a guy called Guru Nanak. He came as Guru Nanak. And then He basically created the Sikh religion. And that's where Sikhism started coming. That's where Sikhism came from. It came from this. And therefore Sikhs came into the world and are living in the world. But not many people know about this, Sikhs. They're not many people at the minute, because it's a fairly new religion. It's only started in 1469. It's nothing like Christianity, which started like hundreds of years ago. Which is also an amazing, way to, find God, and through Jesus, full respect on that as well. But in 1469, He came again, as it says, as a gentleman called Guru Nanak, and He did things. And He actually moved. Actually, there were 9 other bodies that He moved into step by step when He did something as Guru Nanak. Then He moved into the second one, Guru Angad Dev Ji, and the third one, Guru Arjan Dev Guru. There's another third one, then the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 10th, all the way up to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, which is the 10th Guru of the Sikhs. So, for those who are interested, you can look into the Sikh way of life and Sikh religion, and the history of what this is all about. So because people don't know about this, I want to explain it. And it's about so the Sikh is basically on a path, spiritual path, to become a saint and a soldier. Okay. So the Sikhs are saint and soldiers. That's what they are supposed to be. That's the path that they're on. So the saint is somebody who's on a spiritual path, a very deep, powerful spiritual path, to meet with God and to have conversations with God and to connect with God through following the Sikh way of life. That's the saint side of it. Then there's the soldier side of it, where he learns martial arts and fighting with swords, and also attains supernatural abilities as well as he goes along this deep spiritual path, and therefore becomes the ultimate saint and soldier. And this is what this path is about. The Sikh path is about this. And there are people that are coming into this, and now they're kind of, people from all walks of life are coming into this because they're finding out what this is. And there are people, this is all being kind of, this is kind of being pushed out there, and people are finding it really interesting, and some are kind of joining this and coming along. But having said all this, going back to when God came into those 10 spiritual masters, and the last one was Guru Gobind Singh. After that, when Guru Gobind Singh passed, who was a saint soldier, then the Spirit of God went into Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy book of the Sikhs. It's available in every Sikh temple, right? So basically, this is why the Sikhs go in there and they bow to their holy book. They bow to their holy book because God is present in there. It's the Spirit of God, the Supreme Spirit that I spoke about earlier, is available and sitting there in that body of Guru Granth Sahib, which is referred to as a body of the Sikhs and of God, body of God. So Guru Granth Sahib is referred to as the body of God because God is sitting in there. The Spirit of God is sitting in there. So the people come there and they bow, sit there and listen to what's written in there. And these are all messages and information from God to every human out there. It's for every human. God is for everybody, right? Not just for Sikhs. It's for everybody, everyone. That's why anybody can walk into a Sikh temple and sit there and meditate. Anybody from any walk of life, because that's God saying to all his children out there, come and see me. I'm here. If you want to come and see me right now, I'm here in this body. This is my body right now. So I think many Sikhs don't even understand this, unfortunately, but I want to explain this and tell this, that this is who we are bowing to. You're bowing to the Spirit of God, the Spirit of the 10 gurus that came. They're all in there. They're all in there. And there are other bhagats, if you like, devotees that also attain spiritual elevation that are also in there, and they're all in there. All their spirits are sitting in there. That's why when you go there, it's got such a high, powerful presence that and that's why you sit there, because you just want to sit there and meditate. You are sitting in front of your Father in that body. So that's what Sikhism is, and that's why this kind of started. So as mentioned, anybody can come there and sit and have this one-to-one, connection with God. In any Sikh temple, you also get a free meal there, and you can sit there and you can have a free meal, and you can eat and sit there and go upstairs and just chill out and speak to God, because he's there in your mind. Speak to him. He's there. Pray to him. You can sit there and pray to him. He's sitting there. He's sitting there. He's there. That's the body that he's assumed as of this time, from the time that he went into Guru Granth Sahib. So that's his current body, that people can go, and anybody from all walks of life can go there and sit there and sit there and meditate. And there are ways where you can communicate with God there, and he will speak back to you, and that's done through certain prayers, and that can be talked about another time. But to begin with, if you want his presence, if you want to sit and meditate, if you want to see him, if you want to have an experience of seeing him, he's in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, in every word that is written in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. He's occupied every word in there. So those who are listening to every single word that is being read from there are connecting with God, are listening to God, are experiencing his feeling, his power, his energy. It's all in there. It's all there. So it's something to think about. It's something that's new, that has come from, it says it started from 1469 as Guru Nanak. He came as Guru Nanak with his powers. Aap Narayan Galat Ar Jag Mein Parayo. God came upon this earth with his powers to do something, to create the Sikh religion, the Sikh way of life. That's why Sikhism exists. Sikhism is out there as well. That's why what this is. This is what Sikhism is. So, something to think about. Take care.